Hey, great day, everybody. I am attorney Takora Davis. I'm the founder and CEO of The Creators Law Firm, and I am here to help you protect your smarts. I was recently tagged by a lot of people in an amazing group, Traffic, Sales, and Profit. And if you have not joined that group, you definitely should, but it's an awesome, awesome place for entrepreneurs. And so I wanted to come on here and answer questions because I was getting tagged because people are interested in trademarks. And honestly, now is the best time to get a trademark. A lot of you all have made extra income from Black Friday. It's probably going to affect your taxable income and your taxation status. And so anytime that you hire an attorney for business purposes, particularly to protect your assets, it is a tax deduction. So I always want to tell people that, but this is a good time to keep that top of mind. And so today we are going to do a really quick video, Trademark 101, everything you need to know to protect your brand. And I'm going to be sharing some things with you that probably other trademark attorneys will not. I have a different approach. I have an entirely different system, but overall, I really want to empower you with the clarity that you need to protect your brand, not only in this season, but the next season. A lot of people say, okay, it's been on my list to get a trademark. It's something that I've always wanted to get done, but they keep moving it around on their to-do list. And I'm here to help you get it on your done list. I'm going to also point your attention to, in the back, you'll see SMART. Those 5 envelopes come in my client welcome box. When a client hires me, they actually receive this amazing box. And I'm going to show you guys some of the things that are in the box. Again, this is my proprietary system. You will not see it anywhere else. And I'm walking my clients through the trademark process while educating them throughout the way. I'm an innovator in this space, but more importantly, I'm an educator in this space because I want to make sure more Black and brown entrepreneurs are protecting their intellectual assets and not just putting it off. Because if you didn't understand by now, protecting your smarts, protecting your brand, it is sexy. It is the right thing to do. Ownership is key. And many people don't understand how powerful they are, how powerful their intellectual property is. And you're generating content on these platforms, and you're making these platforms like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok very, very profitable. We want to make sure that you profit too. Okay, so one of the things that comes in the box is my road to registry. This road to registry shows you the different steps that you will go through along the path of getting a trademark. And so the very first thing that I want to talk about is what happens in this first phase. I had someone say, hey, because I joke and I tell people this, but it's actually not a joke. I say I eat trademarks for breakfast because I do. We filed over 1,000 trademarks. We have a 98.5% success rate, and we get it done. We are strategists, and even other attorneys send their clients to us when they come into very difficult issues that they aren't able to overcome. And so when we're talking about this road to registration process, I want to be able to share this with you so you can actually see what's happening, what's going on. And if I have the ability, which hopefully I will, I can maybe share my screen and actually show you a digital copy of that road to registry to help us navigate. But the very first phase that my clients go through when you're getting a trademark, and actually, if you don't know what a trademark is a word, a phrase, a logo, a tagline, any type of identifying intellectual asset that you have in your business that has the potential to make you money and lots of it. If it's a product can be trademarked. A program can be trademarked. Strategic coaching and certain frameworks can be trademarked. You can have your own name trademark, which is what a lot of my clients are doing, and it's on trend because they're trying to stop scammers and they're trying to make sure they have a monopoly on their personal brand. And so if that's something where you're building a personal brand along with your business brand, protecting your name is a strategic move and a power play that allows you to control how your actual name is used in connection with the services that you offer. And it can sometimes lead to you having the blue check mark. But anyway, when you first come on board as a client of the Creators Law Firm, phase S, which is the very first phase, that's where you schedule time to submit your intake form, and you may even schedule time to meet with me and my team. Having that one-on-one connection, making sure that we understand what you want to protect. You have to make sure that your attorney understands your business. I'm an entrepreneur too. I've made over seven figures in my business. I've hired and I've fired. I've built my own proprietary systems. I've coached others. You have to make sure that people who are representing you understand who you are, not only just your business, but also applying a culturally relevant context to your legal representation, making sure they understand who you want to transform, who you want to impact, how your services and products impact the lives of your clients. This is not just about getting a registered trademark or a Circle R. This is about legacy, and you got to make sure that the people who are on your team understand that in full force. Okay. So that's the first phase. Phase S, you are, I'm like, phase S is scheduling that time to submit the intake form. Phase M for us on the road to registry, phase M. And what's cool is we have stickers. So basically, when you go from one phase to the next, you're unlocking a new level. I've gamified the trademark process. And so you actually get to see as you're moving through the process where you put your stickers and where you're saying, okay, now I'm here in the process. This is where I'm going. It's where I'm ascending to. All right. Phase M in the process is where I map out and my team of attorneys map out your best path forward. This is letting you know the likelihood of you being successful in a trademark registration, how likely it is that you may face infringement or pushback or feedback. You want to make sure before you invest time as well as money that you have the highest chance of success possible. Then we move on to phase A, which is where we're going to get your approved draft. I know some other law firms, they don't even allow you to view your trademark draft. They just look at your intake form, they submit it for you. But that's not what we do at the Creators Law Firm. We make sure that we're actually proceeding with your blessing. We want to make sure that you understand the process before we submit something that you do not approve of. So sometimes that requires us to go back and forth to make sure that we fully cover and envelop and encompass what it is that you want to protect. And if you guys have questions, drop them in the comments. I don't have a lot of time today because I have a lot of client meetings and I will be transitioning. But if I'm able to answer a question while I'm going through these different phases, I'm happy to do that for you. All right. Once we get through phase A, which is where you approve your draft application and we apply and we submit, we move to phase R, as you can see back there. So we're going through this SMART process, which corresponds with our road to registry map. You move to phase R, and that's a review phase. It's a very long time for the trademark office to review your application. It's going to probably take 10 months, sometimes even to a year. I have some clients who have filed cannabis related products or cannabis related trademarks. It takes a little bit longer if you have a special type of trademark, but think about 10 months before a trademark attorney is going to review your application. You have to understand that it's not a bot. It's not some sort of artificial intelligence that are reviewing your trademark applications. They are real humans and attorneys who are vetted. They're not new to this, they're true to it. So they're understanding that you have to overcome the threshold of multiple attorneys who are working at the trademark office, and their job is to protect the existing trademark registry. And sometimes that means that they're going to give your trademarks pushback. And so having a powerful team, an award-winning legal team on your side is one of the smartest things that you can do as an entrepreneur, because time is money. Well, actually, time is infinitely more valuable than money. Okay. So if you can have someone who can save you time up front with the right strategy and the right application, then it's going to be amazing. Bobby Ann says, in the meantime, how do we protect our brand before approval of the trademark? Well, once your trademark is filed, there is some protection that goes into place because it prevents future people from applying. Well, they can apply, but your trademark will block theirs. You need to put the TM symbol next to the trademark while you're waiting. And then you need to also invest in trademark monitoring. We have a monthly special right now for $400 for the entire year, where we will monitor your registered trademarks as well as your pending applications to see if anybody else is trying to infringe or encroach on your rights. And we will be able to submit a cease and desist or send a cease and desist or submit a letter of protest to protect you depending upon the status of your mark. And so having that intellectual property strategy is imperative. And that's something that needs to happen. A lot of people have business plans, they have marketing plans, but rarely do they have an intellectual property plan. How are you going to protect the assets that you are creating? Heck no, it's not. Well, yes, it's $400 per trademark for the monitoring, meaning we monitor the trademark for the entire year. We give you quarterly reports. We are actively searching and making sure we're protecting our clients' trademarks. That is not the cost for me applying for the trademark application. That's something completely different, a separate service, right? But that is something that you need to keep top of mind. You're making the investment. So you're putting time, energy, effort, and money into creating programs and products and services that are supporting your clients. We have to protect the investments that we're making. We have to take the time to say, okay, whoa, I'm actually putting effort out there. I want more people to understand what this is. I'm marketing my business. You got to be able to protect what it is that you're creating, because that's what legacy is all about. All right, so we're moving through phase R on this road to registry. Remember, we're here. So what's cool is by the time all of this ends up, you'll have a complete map, and the stickers will spell out smart, because you are smart by hiring not only this firm, but you're smart by protecting your assets. And that is an affirmation that you can look at with pride, understanding that you went through this process, you went through the fire, and now you're being validated. All right. Also in phase R, what can happen is your trademark could potentially be challenged. You could be going through things where you have to fight. You have to do certain things to make sure that your trademark gets over these hurdles. You may have to submit additional documents. A lot of things happen in that R process on the smart road to registry, but you got to make sure you have the right strategy. Another thing that is highly important is the trademark office is evolving to make sure that they are supporting the wants and needs of consumers. And so the response times have now been cut in half. So if your trademark is challenged, instead of you previously having 6 months to respond, now you have 3 months to respond. That's a huge chunk of time that is sliced in half of the response strategy. So having an attorney who's proactive instead of reactive is going to be something else that is going to be a blessing to you, so you can walk and make sure you have peace of mind when you're getting your trademark. So once you get out of phase R on the road to registry, once you're have actually said, okay, I am over phase R, I have unlocked phase R, I have overcome it, you're going to move to phase T where your trademark is approved. You will have a registered trademark in phase T. Now, the other thing that we share with our clients is within our Pioneer Trademark Welcome Guide, we actually have other services, because it doesn't end when your trademark is registered. We have to understand that you have to have a monitoring plan and a protection plan. And we talk about some of those things where how we can support you throughout that process. There are other things that my firm offers. And a lot of times people, we have an overview of our services in here that you'll receive. And we also talk about, our contract services and things like that. But it's highly important that after your trademark is registered, you have a plan. Some people just stop at one trademark. If you want to be a brand, real brands have trademarks and lots of them. They have trademarks on their names, product, their overarching business name, their logos, their taglines, their key products, their flagship programs, their signature services, their personal brands. These are things that you have to incorporate into your intellectual property plan. When you're thinking about next year's budget, you should put to the side 2 to 3% for legal. You have to budget for legal. A lot of people don't budget for legal, but generally legal should be 2 to 3% of your overarching revenue, your overarching budget for the year. So think about the revenue that you put together for this year. How much money did you make this year? And I mean, I could barely do calculations now these days. But if you say, okay, let's say for instance, you made, I'm looking at my calendar. We're going to say that you made, now some of my clients spend a little bit more because I work with a lot of multi 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs, right? So their needs are a little different. So if you made $1 million, glory, that's what we want, right? We want multi-millions. And I said, okay, hey, you made $1 million, and the minimum you should be investing in year, if you make 7 figures, minimum is $20,000 in legal services. So if you're making 7 figures, minimum you should be investing is $20,000 in legal services. You need to have updated contracts, updated disclaimers, more trademarks. Those are things that you need to think about. And think about, if you made $500,000, you should be investing and earmarking $10,000 in funds for legal, and so on and so forth. That's a really good barometer for you all to have in the back of your mind. Attorney Davis said I should invest 2 to 5% in legal services because this is going to help my business grow. If you all are using the same strategies, the same legal templates, the same things that you had when you started your business 5 years ago, you still using that same raggedy contract template that you got offline or somebody shared with you from 5 years ago, you have to level up because your business has changed and your core legal documents need to reflect that. All right. So I wanted to walk you all through our proprietary trademark process. I wanted to share with you all the road to registry, give you a little bit of insight and sneak peek into what our clients face and experience. There's other things that we include. Who doesn't love stickers? We have our own custom stickers. We've created stickers that actually complement the trademark process. We share with people like actually the things. You have an overarching thing of what's in the box. You have a welcome note from me. So it's just an entirely different experience. It's an entirely different experience when you're a client of the Creators Law Firm. But I wanted to share with you all very quickly what you need to know to protect your brand, what you can anticipate throughout the process. My trademark services start at $3,000. For this month, we'll be doing it at $2,500 though, because it is something that needs to happen. If it's something you're interested in, send us a DM at the Creators Law Firm and just type trademark. And then we can start you on the process and get you onboarded if this is something that you want to do. In terms of payment, we accept payment in full, or we have a partnership with Client Credit, which is a firm, and you can pay for it in installments. But let's stop playing. It is time. If this is something that you want to do, do not go into 2023 unprotected. Prioritize your assets and the gifts that God has given you, because this is what needs to happen to make sure you can move forward with confidence and peace of mind to impact the lives that you are destined to impact. I hope you all have an amazing day. I do have to go and transition. Watch the replay if you all are hopping on. Once again, I'm attorney Takora Davis, and I share with you everything that you need to know to protect your brand the Creators Law Firm way. Take care.